Hey everybody, and welcome to another game review here on Story Theory. Today we are going to be reviewing Subnautica. This game has everything I want in a building, exploration, combat, fantastic scenery, awesome enemies style game. And we're going to start off with the gameplay here at 7 out of 10. And so Subnautica, you pretty much crash landed on this water planet, but you have all this awesome technology that you can use to help yourself out. And you can basically create whatever you need to create as long as you go out and explore and get all the raw materials that you need. For gameplay, I think it does a really nice job of stepping you through and kind of giving you little landmarks to get to or objectives that get you better and better and better stuff. Obviously, with the main goal of being to leave the planet. However, you could get to the end goal very, very fast if you kind of just jump through the storyline. You find out just the main things that you need to do, and you don't really spend a lot of time of exploring, building your base, all that kind of stuff. But that's the stuff I love most about it. So I gave gameplay a 7 out of 10. I thought it was really, really good. The market for this, I gave a 6 out of 10. Subnautica, I feel like, has one of those cult-ish followings where the game came out and you didn't really hear too much about it, but it was so good and so well done and well put together that all of a sudden tons and tons of people were spending thousands of hours building the most elaborate bases in the world. People were literally spending hours trapping all of the leviathans in the game and getting them in little like the little container traps that you can build and stuff like that. So I think for the market of this game, it definitely does live up to the hype, what hype there was about it when it first came out. But now, since so many expansion packs have come out and they're all awesome as well, I think the market is better now than it was when it first came out because they didn't know what the perception was going to be on the game. As far as the narrative, I gave a 6 out of 10. There's not really a huge narrative to Subnautica in the traditional sense, I guess. If you look through all of the technology and the ancient bases on the planet and stuff like that, you can kind of get an idea of what this ancient civilization was doing, what they were using the planet for, and stuff like that. But there's not a concrete narrative or a flow chart that you could go through for the game. It's really about exploration, crafting, building your base, that kind of stuff. So narrative, I gave a 6 out of 10. I feel like it could have been a little bit more could have been put into the game, a little bit more, like if you explored a little bit more, the bases could have had a little bit extra put onto them. And I think that's what the expansion packs do. They go into the lore of the planet a little bit more, but I haven't played them yet. So just for the base Subnautica game, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Graphics, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I thought the scenery was absolutely beautiful in the game. I mean, it was awesome. All of the underwater biomes are beautiful, and they're all done in such a unique way with unique enemies. And I mean, I can't say anything more than that, like, the team did such a fantastic job with the graphics and scenery. It made the game, in my opinion. Technical, I gave a 6 out of 10. Building the base was sometimes annoying and a little bit tricky, and getting things lined up the way that I want them to, because everything has to be perfect in my world. So I gave technical a 6 out of 10. I feel like that could have been worked on a little bit. There is definitely a lot of freedom and flexibility in building your base and stuff like that. But I did experience quite a few bugs and a couple things that made it annoying to make your base really neat and tidy and beautiful the way that I have to have things done. As far as value goes, I gave this a 10 out of 10. I thought this game had one of the biggest breadths of content for the price that they gave us. I believe I bought this game full price for $30, and you get so much content in this game that a $60 game most of the time doesn't have. And you can spend thousands and thousands of hours of enjoyment in it, all for like $30, which is insane to me. And then all the DLCs that came out, the expansion packs, the mods. I mean, value here is leagues above a lot of the games out there. Audio, I gave an 8 out of 10. I thought the audio perfectly complemented the game in the fact that it's one of those soundtracks you can listen to for a really long time and not really get tired of it. It's perfect for that exploration building style game that it's just very nice, it's relaxing. It's like, "Hey, I'm going to jump on Subnautica and just go around, collect some stuff. I need to build this and that and the other thing." You just kind of get lost in the game as you're doing it. So overall, I gave Subnautica a 7.3 out of 10. I would have liked to see the narrative a little bit more fleshed out, and I think that's what happens in the DLC packages and stuff like that. That I will hopefully at some point get to, but I really got to hype myself up to get into a Subnautica game because I know once I get into it, I'm going to be into it. I'm going to be 1,000 hours, no less, into this game, building one of the most elaborate bases you have ever seen, and then I will be happy. So I really hope you enjoyed the game review. If you did, please check out my playlist below on Subnautica, and I hope to see you in the next one.